Hello Earth Angel, welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer. Welcome back if you are returning. Thank you for being here. We are celebrating the new moon in Leo in the year 2022. If you land on this reading at a different time in history, that is perfectly okay. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you find it, if the messages resonate for you, then it is for you. So today we are getting into a collective reading. Spirit just had me pull a bunch of decks. So we're going to see what comes through. These are messages for Spirit, from Spirit. This is a very powerful time in the year. From the astrologers I've been watching have been saying that this is a very important time for making a choice in a direction that we know that we need to go in to serve our highest good. And that it's going to be scary. So know that, like, this is a pre-warning for you that if it's between a choice that opens up new horizons for you but seems very scary, or it forces you to face parts of yourself that are shadow parts or scary parts, then you're being encouraged to follow that and be courageous, because it's really important. Whoa. And this will be from what I'm hearing, one of the more important times of the year, that we're going to have other aspects happening throughout the year, but the decisions we make right now are extremely, they chart the course going forward. So it's going to be a lot more difficult if we choose fear over love. So essentially just choosing, love over fear. Easier said than done sometimes. So we're starting off with the Dragon deck. We're just going to get messages from Spirit. This moon seems to be calling on more self-love, and whatever that path forward is, if we're afraid, then more self-love will definitely be an antidote for that fear and help to bring that courage forward. So let's see what came out here. We have the Golden Christed Dragon. Brings you higher love so that you can embody the Christ light. Beautiful. Absorb the Christ light. You are protected. Expand your heart and remain fifth dimensional. Beautiful message to start off the reading. Orange Gold Dragon from Arcturus. This dragon opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. Carry the energy of the future. Be a guiding light. Sorry about the glare. Oh, and I just realized, I hope you couldn't hear that noise in the background. I just realized the dryer just went off, sorry. Anyway, hopefully that you can't hear that. Then we have the Deep Blue Dragon. Keep you safe by clearing your pathway. Trust that you are protected. Walk on a path of light. Black Dragon from Saturn brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Concentrate, focus on your ultimate vision. Congratulate yourself, you have passed a test. Golden Orange Dragon. This dragon expands your light for ascension. Be a peaceful warrior, help those in need, remember your magnificence. So beautiful. Let me see if I turn this light on, if that helps. Does that make it easier to see? Maybe not. Sorry, you guys. It's starting to get dark. I didn't think it was going to get dark so soon. Oh no. That's better, I think. How's that when we hold it up? Good. Okay. So these are all in the Ascension energies. Reminding you of your light. Let's see what else we get. I shuffle this one again. I pre-shuffled. Everything was shuffled before we start, but I like to for you guys to see me shuffle it here too. So whenever, the reason I pulled the dragons, I'm being led to the dragons, is because whenever I'm working with the dragons, they're really helpful to bring us into personal empowerment. These are energies. The ascended dragons, the energies. A lot of, we do have a dragon, Arcturus dragon here. I do see the Arcturus dragons a lot in the 5D realms working with us. They're actually from higher dimensional realms than 5D, but they are helping us ascend, and what they're really helping with is sovereignty and personal empowerment with Kundalini awakening, and not just within us personally, but along the ley lines of the planets. So these are the messages I've been receiving about dragons, and I think other people have too, and really you can just call on them if you want to work with ascended dragons, and I know many of you are already. They're really from the angelic realm, so they're not, oh, I'm hearing one more card from this deck. They're a frequency that is very high. It's not like the scary dragons that burned the village down. I imagine those exist somewhere still in time and space, but that's not what these are about. These dragons are to help us ascend. They're to help bring us into higher frequencies. This says bring love into the situation. So that's what we were talking about, choosing love over fear. These dragons are all, like I said, we've got the Christ light energy, which is that golden energy, that high frequency energy. And then the purple here in this card and in the orange gold dragon from Arcturus. This balance between vision and creativity, the sacral chakra, this life force and vision coming together to override any fear, so that bringing love into this choice that you're going to make, into whatever situation this is. Confidence is the key to success here. Is that full moon? Oh, that's new moon in Leo. Leo energy, fire, so more fire like the dragons, even though some of these dragons are water dragons. Actually, I don't think you got a water dragon. No, all of these, like I said, are very ascended and spacey. This one's from Saturn, the discipline. So just because we're choosing love, the path of love rather than the path of fear, doesn't mean that it won't require courage and discipline. You know, this confidence, this Leo moon, and discipline to get through it. So surrender to the divine in this process. I love this card. It's one of my favorite cards. And full moon, when we are in this full moon energy of Leo. Oh, look at that. The Leo's right next to the full moon. So confidence, have confidence in the divine, have faith. Don't let your past hold you back. So that's what I've been hearing, is a lot of people are going to be, as we come up to this decision point, and if I knew more about astrology, I would explain it, but there are a lot of good astrologers out there. I just started listening to a woman on YouTube named K Moon, like the letter K and then Moon. She's also a twin flame astrologist, if that resonates with you. So, but she does the updates separately. So if the twin flame doesn't resonate with you, you can watch it either way. Anyway, I've been watching her, and there's just a lot going on. So don't let your past hold you back, because right now we're making a decision for the future, and it's not going to be that comfortable at first. So you're going to have to be confident in yourself, bring love into the situation, have faith, surrender to the divine, and don't let the fears of your past hold you back. I've been feeling a lot of that on a personal level too, and with clients, seeing that a lot of these triggers coming up in all kinds of situations and relationships, and just moments, memories, dreams, even all kinds of triggers coming up for people right now to really get us to look at how to look at life in a different way, basically. So it's like I'm seeing a lot of people coming into situations and expecting the worst, or expecting maybe not even the worst, but expecting the same thing that always happens, and it's time to create something new. So we can keep creating the old if we want, is the message, but it won't serve us, and eventually we will have to let it go, and it'll eventually become painful. So right now we might be being asked to step slightly out of our comfort zone going forward in the next few months, but it will deeply serve us throughout the entire year of 2022. So you want to choose what is going forward, not what is going back, not your limiting beliefs. I keep hearing over and over again from Spirit that the past couple weeks, the message for the collective is you can't, how does that go? You can't have your passions and your limiting beliefs. Like you can't embody and create your most passionate life and desires and still hold on to your comfort zone and your limiting beliefs and your triggers from the past. We have to go forward. We have to bring more love into this situation. We have to surrender to the divine. And we know that this will expand our light for ascension. The light is here, actually. See, that's part of the encouragement, is we keep trying to go back into old patterns, myself included, no judgment here at all. Like, we keep trying to go back into old patterns because it's like, oh, that's what always happens. That's what's safe. That's what's comfortable. But that is not what is on the table going forward. That's not the agenda. Because we are ascending and we're all here to expand consciousness. We're here to bring more light to the planet. This does require discipline in the sense of like when some of this stuff that we let go of in the past is hard to let go of, you know, it's a lot of work. It requires discipline to change some of these old habits. But know that ultimately, new moon in Cancer, you and your loved ones are safe. This is a strong message coming through from Spirit right now. I can feel that so many of you need to hear this and really take this in, like really take a deep breath. And exhale and really allow yourself to take this in. That you and your loved ones are safe no matter what you decide here, like no matter what you decide, whether you stay in your comfort zone or move forward. But a lot of you, some of you are afraid of moving forward because you're afraid you and your loved ones might not be safe. But confidence is the key here. Don't let that fear of the past fears, past situations hold you back. Because full moon in Libra, a win-win outcome is forecast. Reminds me of the Justice card in Major Arcana and Tarot. It's a win-win. You know, this is a very positive card, and this deck is saying a win-win for sure. But with the scales there, it also just reminds me of like, you know, like positive karmic justice. That, you know, there's a lot of things that as long as you surrender, this is right under surrender to the divine. And I really feel like the message here is that if you can surrender to the love, this is like bring more love into the situation. And with this being in Libra, like surrender to the softer part of you, surrender to your more feminine aspect, I guess would be the way to put it. Beauty, pleasure, you know, allow yourself to feel these things, allow yourself to, I'm hearing like allow yourself to take in more, to allow more high frequency stuff into your life, really. More love, more joy. I'm getting that a lot of people we've only barely skimmed the surface of the amount of joy that's possible to experience here on the planet. That's a really beautiful message I'm hearing right now. Oh my goodness, and there's a little javelina walking by my window. A family of javelinas walking by right now. Wonder if I can show you that. Nope, I can't go that far, sorry. Anyway, the javelinas are symbols of family and connection. They're very family oriented and very protective of each other. And yeah, so know that you and your loved ones are safe, whether that's spiritual family or actual family, like what am I trying to say, blood family. Meditate and contemplate. What is that? New moon in Pisces. And there is a lot of Piscean energy available right now. I seem to remember that from the reading. You know, dreaminess. This allow yourself to take the time to meditate and contemplate, to really allow your dreams to take on form in your mind. And then surrender those dreams to the divine. I'm going to grab actually 2 more from here just to make it nice. Just to make it even. A win-win outcome is in forecast. I love that. The surrender is important, though. I'm hearing that if you don't surrender, it's going to delay the divine timing of this experience. And that's what I keep hearing too, is like this is a decision point coming up. And if you don't know, if you don't feel like you're making some sort of definitive decision right now, definitive decision. Sometimes channeling and words don't go well together for me. So if you're making some sort of, even if it doesn't seem like some sort of specific decision, like clear decision between this and that, I feel like for a lot of people it's about a decision of how to think, change your way of thinking or viewing the world, your perspective, like your path going forward. And your entire, for some people it's like an entire viewpoint. It's an entire way of perceiving reality. Yeah, work through your fears. Because these fears are not real anymore. They're part of the past. Don't let your past hold you back. Allow yourself to drop into a dreamy, like positive, dreamy energy where you're surrendering to the divine, and you're confident that a win-win outcome is a forecast for you. So, because a lot of these fears from the past are not real anymore. But I know also from my own experience, so I understand, like, especially right now is a very interesting time with this, is like they feel very, very real. Especially if it's from a trigger of some sort, if something from the past being brought up, it can feel very real, like it's happening all over again. But this is a message to you that it is not. It is time to really release our fears and step forward, trust that we're safe, that we are safe. Like right here in the center of the reading, we have the new moon in Cancer, and that beautiful blue energy, blue and indigo, so safe and calm, and knowing that Cancer is like the seat of the moon and the emotions. So knowing that you are safe to dream, you are safe to feel into this situation. You're basically safe to surrender. You're safe to surrender into your emotions, into the love that you feel in this, whatever this situation is, because it's not what it appears when the fears are up and triggered and hot. It's not. That's why you're being encouraged. You see this coolness of this card too is also this like greenish turquoise. And you're being encouraged to just meditate, contemplate, breathe, remember, go into these calming energies of blue and green and purple, and know that you are safe, and that the same thing is not happening again, that the scales are balancing out, that you can take a path that seems, where you can't predict the outcome. You can make decisions. You can start looking at the world in a way that maybe you would have considered unsafe. You can make a decision that maybe you would have considered unsafe before this shift has happened in you. All these ascension energies are happening for you, and this blessed energy is happening in your life. So things are going to be different this time. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius, very positive energy. Look at the bigger picture. It's not as it seems. Not everything is as it seems. I'm going to pull a couple of Jamie Price's cards from her light language deck. I can't remember the name of it right now. I will list the decks in the description box below if anyone wants to know what they were. think this is called the, Cosmic Consciousness Ascension deck. That's it, Cosmic Consciousness Ascension deck. So I'd like to get a couple of these cards, please, Spirit. Thank you. For the collective who are watching. Take the top one too. All right. So we've got Orion releasing, mental body dominance. Is there a glare on there? There really kind of is. But there is a light white spot in the middle there. I believe that's Orion. So this is the Orion releasing energy. And if these cards are pretty activating, so make sure you're grounding and taking some deep breaths as we work with these. Mental body dominance. Honesty. Which is that, Lyra awareness, honesty. Self-hatred, Orion releasing. Divine union, Pleiades expanding. Absolutely. There's something about the astrology and the divine counterparts. So for those of you who are into that, check out K Moon's channel. There's something, I mean, all the astrologers are talking about that anyway, about that happening, some sort of conjunction between Mars and Venus is happening. But like I said, I don't know enough about it. So if you're interested, there are definitely a lot of good astrologers out there. So divine union, Pleiades expanding, and then we have belief systems. What was I talking about? That's so awesome. Lyra awareness, belief systems. Yeah, we are breaking these old belief systems because he told me to put this like on top of these. We are breaking these. Oh, hello, I knew that was happening. Hold on. We're breaking this. No more of this. So this is releasing. I'm so sorry about the light. I don't usually film at night because I don't like the glare, but I had to do it later today. So, beautiful. This is releasing mental body dominance and self-hatred. Okay, so this in mental body dominance to me, this is about like relying on the mind, right? Relying on your intellect rather than your heart. Oh, well, I shouldn't feel that way. Oh, well, this is just the way it is. Oh, you know, it doesn't matter what I feel. This is a responsible thing, blah, blah, blah. You guys know all the stories that go through our heads. So self-hatred too, you know, this is a really deep, deep, deep unconscious thing, releasing unconscious issue for a lot of people. Nothing to be ashamed about, please, if this is triggering or resonating for you. We all carry some level of self-hatred within us. It's within the collective consciousness. It's part of what we're purging. This is Orion releasing. You know, they went through their transformation, their ascension, and they had to release all of these lower energies as well. And self-hatred is huge. And it will keep us in our mental body. It'll keep us away from our heart because we won't want to feel, we don't feel worthy of love when we're full of self-hatred. So this has to be healed. This has to be let go of. This is part of the belief system, okay? So I'm hearing from Spirit, you're being encouraged to really be, so the next card, getting on to the next card, is honesty. You're being really encouraged to be honest with yourself. Whether it's through journaling or, you know, however you spend time meditating and contemplating, that card came out as well. So really it's time to be very honest with yourself about the areas of your life where you're, you know, maybe self-sabotaging or not allowing yourself to be better, like not in a way that's like a judgment kind of superficial kind of better, but you know, in ways that matter to you, being a more shining, bright version of you. So getting really honest about the parts of you that are still carrying self-hatred, and knowing that there's no shame in this. You can release this. This is, you know, and you can't just think about these things. You have to feel it through. It has to move through the heart chakra. You don't have to stay in it, but you do have to acknowledge it and then release it. And allow yourself to then let in more of the love and the light that you are, you know. Allow this, as that happens, I'm hearing this divine union will take place. The plate is expanding. So as you release the things that are holding you back, the stories of self-hatred that are keeping you from really allowing yourself to make that next step forward. That's really all that we're talking about here. And a lot of it has to do with your belief systems. So there's a stronger pull towards a system of mental energy, like the mind, a value of the mind. And I mean, look at our culture, and that is what we're moving away from as we're bringing balance to the dynamic between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. The divine masculine is representative of the mind, the intellect, and the divine feminine is representative of the heart. And, you know, of course, it's both, everyone embodying both energies. But these are the areas, and so when we have a mental body dominance, it's a masculine dominance. And when we can move into our heart space, we are coming more into a feminine balance. Excuse me. And I was getting that card, that Cancer. Remember, I was getting called to that full moon or new moon in Cancer energy of really coming into your emotions, allowing your emotions to guide you a little. Don't be overly analytical. That's what I'm hearing. This mental body dominance, you have to change. Don't have to. The idea is that you're being, you know, Spirit's saying you can change your belief system from being so mental, so much in your mind, and allowing that to dominate your life. And you can get really honest about like what within you feels like it would make you happy, and allow that to come into play, and remove any kind of self-hatred that says that you're not worthy or you're not deserving of that, because you absolutely are. I want to get some Starseed Oracle cards. I don't even know where we're at on time. Let's see. Okay. I want to get some Starseed Oracle cards, but I also want to get into the tarot. So just a little bit from the Star Tarot. If this reading is resonating for you guys, I would love for you to comment below and let me know how this is resonating for you. I love connecting with you and hearing how this hits you, because a lot of times you guys tune into things that I don't even tune into, which is really awesome. So also go ahead and hit the like button if this is resonating for you, and subscribe if you feel like it. All that stuff just really helps the channel. It helps me out a lot, and it's like a really easy way you can support me if you would like to support me and these videos. So I really, really appreciate it, everything that you guys do. Even just being here watching, thank you so, so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you. Look at that. It wants to come out right away. So I want to just look at the tarot just to get a little bit from here and see what else Spirit wants to say. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. I love this deck. It's such a beautiful deck. The artwork, so colorful. The Knight of Pentacles. So many symbols to look at in here. The crystals down below. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. What do we have? Which one came out next? I think it was this one. Beautiful. And the Five of Cups. The Six of Cups. I'm gonna put these and the King of Pentacles. And last but not least, oh, beautiful, the Ace of Pentacles. So with all of these pentacles being here, you're really manifesting. You're bringing whatever this is, whatever this decision is, change in belief system that's heading you into a new decision, this is going to manifest into the world. A win-win outcome is the forecast, remember. Look at the big picture. You are manifesting something really beautiful. You are manifesting a new beginning, a prosperous new beginning for yourself. It's so beautiful. And so you have this insight. You know, you really, this is, the other thing about the Pentacles is know that it might be a little bit of a slow process. And like I said, I was feeling like a couple months kind of thing going on here. So you're going to have to you're definitely going to have to surrender and do the work and trust the process as you move forward with the work. But it's absolutely beautiful with the King of Pentacles and then the Ace of Pentacles. You're going to be so successful with what you are stepping into here in the next few months. And I know for each of you, I mean, I'm feeling so many different energies right now. I can't even call out too many situations. Like for a lot of you, this has to do with work, to be honest. What I've been feeling the whole time, a lot of you, this has a lot to do with career. For others, like in like a career path even, like kind of a big deal. And for others, it has to do with family and love and friendships. But it feels like some major life path decisions are taking place in the next few months, some shifts for everyone who's watching this. But you know what? You're being led into more union. This Divine Union card, and just have you look at the Pleiades expanding. The expansion energy is here. And the energy that we're moving forward with is leading us into this more expansive union place where we have this new beginning, this beautiful star, this beautiful new bright beginning into this higher frequency, into a life that, and so we also have the cups here. I love how we have the 5 and then the 6 too. There's this progression also from the Knight to the King and then to the Ace. You know, this is something's coming full circle, but in a different way, with more union, with a shift in your belief, moving out so much of, not with so much dominance of the mind, and moving more into the heart space, allowing more self-love to come in. And I really do feel like this Leo full moon energy is a lot about cultivating more self-love in our lives. This 5 of Cups energy, this is about letting go. This is about releasing. But sometimes the warning behind this card, and I'm hearing it now, is that sometimes we tend to get fixated on what we're letting go of and not really see these 2 huge cups behind us and this beautiful rainbow and butterflies that represent transformation, and the sun, bright happiness. So all of that is here and on the horizon. And I'm hearing it's okay, though, to take a period, to take time. Also know that it's okay to take time to grieve this letting go. Even if it's a belief system, sometimes letting go of a belief system can be a very like a very hurtful process, very heartbreaking. And know that any heartbreak that's happening is bringing you into a higher state of love. This path is really opening up for you, and you're being asked to surrender to the divine, to have confidence, to have faith, to really not let the past hold you back. Face your fears and let go of what no longer serves you. Allow yourself to cry if you need to cry. Allow yourself to release people, places, things, dreams. I'm hearing this is part of the sorrow. Some of you are really letting go of old dreams, like, oh, I really thought that was going to happen. So you're being asked again, I'm seeing that Sagittarius, full moon and Sagittarius card. You're being asked to look at the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture, because in the bigger picture you can see this. In a smaller picture you can only see this. But know that it's okay to release. It's important to release. It's important to grieve. And when you're ready, you can turn around and face the sun. And the 6 of Cups. Beautiful. In this particular case, you can face the sun, and then you can ride over the sun and on your rainbow unicorn there. That's so beautiful. And the lotus is there, the white lotus for purity and awakening. This is a card of you know, nostalgia and childhood dreams. For me right now, and soulmates, in this reading right now, I'm feeling it as the inner child. That you are moving, that whatever this experience is that you're reclaiming, whatever path you're taking, is a path that is going to help heal your inner child. It's going to bring you a deep sense of happiness and a feeling of home within. If this is related to love for you, this is a confirmation that this is a soulmate, and this person makes you feel at home, deeply at home inside and in love. And you know, this can be about friendships and family, just feeling so good, you know, and so like reciprocal too. Like there's a nice give and take. Beautiful soulmate energy, inner child energy. So, you know, as you release whatever's, you know, whatever sadness there is, whatever heartbreak there is, you're being born into this star part of you, this part of you that remembers what you came, the happiness that you came here to embody, the awakening that you came here to embody. Your chakras are going to come more online. That's what I'm hearing and seeing with this too, with these colors, these bright colors, these rainbow energies. Spirit's saying you can choose to stay in the old energy. You can stay in this grayness. We have free will. We still have free will. But look at all of this. You're being asked to look at the bigger picture and to bring more love into the situation so that you have the confidence to surrender to the divine and to take the path that might even be the path of the most resistance in some ways. There will be resistance within you. I think the path in the third dimensional realm will not be necessarily full of resistance, but know that somewhere inside of you there's resistance, and sometimes that can create external obstacles that don't need to be there if we can come more into union in our hearts. That's also what this Divine Union card is about. It's about coming into union in your heart space. Like I said, the divine feminine, surrendering to the divine, surrendering all of that mental activity, allowing your inner child to come out, to play even if that feels right, to play in whatever way works for you. You know, do maybe even embody some activities you did as a child, or if you have children, indulge in playing with them a little bit and allow yourself to light up and come back online into these ascension energies and move forward with what you're creating, because you are creating, you're bringing your dreams into reality, and it's totally natural to have to let go of the old. The storms will come, but the sun will always come out again, and flowers grow from those storms. They're needed. It's a needed part of this realm, of where we are in this realm. So I'm again hearing shift your belief systems around that. I'll hold up this energy again. Shift your belief systems around everything having to be difficult or hard, because that is changing. Allow yourself to set that child free. The self-hatred, this is where some of the self-hatred comes from, is childhood, this inner child. Love your inner child. Allow yourself, let go of, it says work through your fears, and like let go of these old past pains, these things holding you back. They're no longer necessary. You can move forward and move into this abundance. This King of Pentacles energy is, you know, this energy of really having abundance in your life and success and being generous and grounded and like a really just peaceful, vibrant, healthy person. I mean, if this is a really wonderful energy to embody. This is a sign with the tree of life there too, and the earth and the unicorn. To me, this is like, especially in this deck, is just like this star energies embodied here on earth. The King of Pentacles, he's got it all. The sun, the moon, the stars, the earth. So there is abundance coming. It starts off here with the Knight. He's, you know, whatever you're embarking on, this thing that you're starting off, you're bringing it into the physical world. And then you're bringing it into the King energy, where you're really abundant and grounded and generous and clear. And then into the Ace of Pentacles. So through this King of Pentacles, through this process of reclaiming your inner child, releasing what no longer serves you, allowing yourself to embody more of the light and the truth of who you are, and staying grounded on what your path is here, you come into abundance, and then you start a new birth, a new beginning. And again, with the star here, I do feel like there's a lot of divine guidance. That's why you're being asked in these Moonology cards to surrender to the divine, because there's so much divine intervention happening for you right now. And I'm hearing the more that you ground to Gaia, the more you embody and take care of yourself, self-love, Leo Moon, the more you care for yourself, allow yourself to purge out anything that needs to be purged out so that you can allow that love in. And know that it's okay. It's okay to release sorrow, it's okay to let go of things that you once thought were, your dreams. And, things change. And it's okay. It's all part of the divine plan on some level. So we can surrender and we can bring more love into the situation. Ace of Pentacles. I love that. So much fruitfulness. And these, this kind of beginning is also a blessing. I mean, this is a blessing coming your way. And know that abundance comes in many forms. When we're talking about abundance, we're not just talking about money, although I am feeling that materially, on a material level, you will be taken care of, that. And this is another belief system that you need to change if that's your person, if I'm talking to you, if that resonates with you, that you feel like, that you haven't ever been abundant, and, that just doesn't work out for you, or that you've been in a lack consciousness, like a poverty mentality, that kind of thing. Again, not meaning to trigger anyone. It's no judgment if you feel that you have. But I feel like it's time to let that go. I feel like poverty mentality, lack mentality is part of that it's part of that self-hatred, it's part of self-hatred, and it's not who you truly are, because you're truly this like King of Pentacles energy. You're truly abundant, and this is what Spirit is saying to you. Look at the bigger picture. You are divine. You are love, and there's a big blessing coming your way. But this is part of the belief system that, sorry, I don't mean to say need. I just get passionate, sorry. This is part of what you're being invited to release, essentially, is this belief that you're not enough and that you have to control things. A lot of times the mental body dominance can, to me, feels like about trying to control things, that you think, like a lot of times we get really in our head because we want to control it. But the key is to surrender to the divine, to surrender to love. This is the belief system shift that we're going through in the new paradigm into 5D. We are not leaning so much on our minds. We are leaning on our hearts. We are leaning on our intuition. And this is like, for some of you, I just heard this is like a straight up miracle coming your way. This is a blessing coming, a new beginning, a new start, a new way of looking at life, a new way of looking at yourself. For some of you, this is a straight up miracle, something that you have been praying for, something that you have been working for. So have confidence, have faith. This is very exciting energies for you guys. So much good energy coming with spring. I can feel it with all of you. And in general for the collective, but for all of you who are here, oh, that's way too many, but we'll take the ones that flipped, and this one. For those of you who are here, I really feel this like sunshine energy. I was even feeling that before I started reading. I kept seeing the sun in my mind, the tarot card, the sun, like happiness is coming. Not that, I'm sure many of you are already happy, or I hope so. But, there's new levels of happiness coming. There's something opening up, expansion, some kind of new expansion. So what do we get here? We've got baby steps, great advice, action, take action, but follow your intuition before it makes sense. Baby steps. So a lot of times this will be something that people get stuck in, especially if it's a scary new path, you know, that is like, how do I go that way? I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to think. So baby steps. You don't have to know the whole picture. That's part of the belief system that's changing here too. I just feel like I just keep needing to hold this one up. So that's part of the belief system that's changing too, is that you don't have to know the whole plan. This Knight of Pentacles, you've got a plan, but you only have to have the baby step, okay? You only have to have the first step. Follow your intuition, it says, before it even makes sense. So this is also the new paradigm way. This is also the fifth dimensional energies. I've been working with this energy for a long time, and as many of you who have know, this is very unnerving at times, but it's also very rewarding. And just know that you have to have faith in this when you do this. It's like one step at a time. You follow your intuition, and every single time this helps build faith. This helps you build faith in your intuition and in the divine guidance, because you get guided every little step. You don't have to know what the end picture looks like. So whatever you're being called into, know that you and your loved ones are safe, and you just have to take these baby steps and you will get there. You are a child of the cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. That's a beautiful reminder. The seas of Mintaka. Seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. That's what we're doing right now. We're seeing our own potential before it even makes sense. We're being asked to take these baby steps because we're like, this can't be possible, but I'm telling you, it's a straight up miracle for some of you. It is possible. See the potential. Take the steps. Take the action. Bring this unconsciousness to the light. Bring your shadows to the light. Face your fears, so that you can receive this blessing when it comes, because it's coming. So it's going to be a matter of you receiving it. You're doing the work, and a lot of this has to do with inner child and releasing old sorrows and old stories about who you are, old belief systems. And this is also a shout out to those of you who resonate with being a Mintaka Starseed. There's a lot of codes and energies, frequencies coming through right now for all light workers. But I'm hearing the Mintakan energies. We're being lit up right now. It's like there's so much moving, and we're really moving fast into the Ascension energies. So beautiful. See your potential. See the potential in others. Honor boundaries, you know. Create boundaries for who people really are. You know, see them for who they really are, in the sense of like, so that you can create boundaries that allow you to love them better, right? And then, but also see their potential and hold that, bring that to light for them. Hold that space of potential for people, but also see who they are, and know your worth and protect yourself too. That's what I'm hearing. So that message is for some of you, for whoever that resonates with. And then this is, I never say this right, heareth. I'm sorry, I really butchered that. I don't know if it says in the book how to say it. Heareth, we'll just call it heareth. Longing for home, homesick for the stars. With all the pink in this card, it's the Pleiadian expansion energy again. You're being called home to your heart. We're all being called home to our hearts, to get out of this mental body dominance. We're longing for this energy, this expansion into deeper love, into more of our truth, into more of who we really are. I'm getting such a beautiful energy from this card. This time more than ever. I've pulled it a bunch of times, but I really feel like we are being called to, like, I'm hearing daily, pay attention. You know, to really focus on this, you guys, that it feels essential. See this, how she's surrendering her heart to the cosmos, to the divine. You are a child of the cosmos. Open your heart. Even if you have to, yeah, because it's right under this is right above the Five of Cups. So open your heart, even if you have to release this pain. The sunshine and the awakening, the rainbow, all the love, the emotional fulfillment is behind that. behind tears, behind any fear of vulnerability, any risk, any past pains. There's so much here. There's so much in this reading. I'm so grateful for the messages that have come through. I'm going to get one final message for you from the White Light Oracle deck. These cards are incredibly potent, like all decks from Alana Fairchild. I love her decks. I particularly love this one. I mean, I probably say that about everyone, but this one's really special in that, I mean, I have a very strong resonance with wolves. I love wolves. I always have. And look at the back of this deck. It's just so beautiful. So we're going to get one final advice, please, Spirit, for the collective, those listening now, according to the highest good, those watching. What would you like to say, Spirit, as a final message to all this beautiful messages that came through? All doing such good work, like amazing work. Those of you who are here and watching this and who like work on yourselves, thank you so much for being you, for shining your light, for facing your shadows, for doing what it takes to grow and to evolve and to really shine and become, you know, remember that you're this child of the cosmos. Thank you for doing that. I love, this is one of my favorites. Number 31, Shaktipat of Seahorse. Shaktipat is the activation of the Kundalini energy. The Kundalini energy has also been referred to as the internal alchemist. It's the life force energy that we experience as within our bodies as an alchemizing force, the grace of the divine within us. Love this, the Shaktipat of Seahorse. And the seahorse, I can't remember, I think it has something to do with the present moment and beliefs. I'm going to read it. But number 31, it's a 3 and a 1, also adds up in numerology to number 4. So if those numbers have meaning for you, for me, 1 is new beginnings, 3 is the Trinity and the Empress, and 4 is stability in the 4 directions. So those are just some of the things I think of when I see those numbers. That's what's coming to me now. So if that has resonance for you, take it and leave it. And I don't know how to say this, Anapasis, maybe? That sounds right. Oh, and another number 4. So you have a 44, which is an angelic number. Anapasis. And I love how this looks like there's a healing happening here, a little energy work session. The angels are holding her, and she's holding her heart. So in a way, it's like, you know, a clearing of the mind. And she's bringing her focus and her attention and her will and awareness into the heart space and allowing the divine to take the mind space, and surrendering that. So beautiful. So I am going to read from the book from these because the messages are just so potent. So number 31, the seahorse. I probably won't read the whole thing because I don't want you, this video is already kind of long. Excuse me. What do we have here? As you embrace your inner essence, you will be at peace with who you are. Here, let me turn this way. I don't know if that helped at all, but as you embrace your inner essence, you will be at peace with who you are, including your vulnerability, and no longer see the need to conform to social ideals which have no true resonance for your heart. See, this is exactly, thank you, Spirit. This is everything we've been saying, right? And I do feel like this is the issue for a lot of you about belief systems, right? Social ideas. We're going to put this card up again, too, because of its frequency, its light language. And Lyra, you know, Lyra being so much a part of all of us, the Lyran energies. So, you know, let yourself be vulnerable. Don't feel the need to conform to the social ideals which have no true resonance for your heart. You are encouraged to trust your intuitive recognition of which environment and relationships harmonize well with you, supporting your spiritual growth and well-being on all levels. You have the innate capacity to manifest. Relax and you shall attract all that you need. Beautiful message. Thank you. This is great because this is the divine feminine energies. Relax and you will attract what you need. Not that you don't have to do any work, but just relax into who you are. Relax into the essence of your being. Anapases. Let's see what this is. Number 4. Let me see if there's any more messages from the seahorse one that look. I'm just going to skim through because if I read it, it'll be like another 15 minutes. But no, okay, so that's right. This is about your uniqueness. Yeah, allow yourself to take this path that is not the most comfortable. Listen to your heart. Yeah, these messages. Thank you for that confirmation, Spirit. Now let's look at number 4, the Anapases. Do not give up. That seems like that message has been here too. Beautiful. Do not give up, but allow your heart to disengage from your struggles. Give yourself much needed rest. You are in a phase of recovery. If you have been off your path, you are going to come back strong. You will regain your spark of passion, inspiration, and devotion. A certain order of events needs to take place for your soul path to come to fruition. Commit yourself to your sacred journey, trusting that the right thing will happen at the right time. Beautiful, and that's what we were saying with the Knight of Pentacles here and the King of Pentacles. Commit yourself to your journey, trusting that the right thing will happen at the right time. Baby steps, this blessing is coming. And again, like I said, the beautiful thing about that Ace of Pentacles is that is a blessing manifested. It's not, it's a very physical thing. If it's not literally physical, it's a life path. It's something that's in your life in a very real way. This oracle here, the Anapases, this oracle recognizes there is something you have been working hard to bring into being. With a little more trust in your spiritual connection, you'll find the way easier and more joyful. You don't need to push yourself so hard. Spirit can sustain you through your devotion and commitment so that every effort you make is more than matched by the inflow of spiritual grace. Don't allow your mind or the deranged ways of the world to create weariness and yet another drama. Take rest in the spiritual light of love. Rest from fear. Rest from anxiety. Rest from needing to work it all out right now. Even on your most confusing or most productive days, you can find renewal in spirit. It is always available to you, even right now. Wow. What beautiful messages came through for you today. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. If you stayed all the way to the end, thank you so much. That means so much to me. I am so grateful for you. I'm grateful for your energy. I'm grateful for your light on the planet. I'm grateful for all that you contribute in your lives and with your hearts. Please have the courage to step forward. The world needs you. I appreciate you being here and a part of my world so much, and I look forward to seeing you next time. I'm sending you so much love. Many blessings.